you go from skinny to jacked or obese to jacked, it is a night and day difference, right? You become a completely different person when you make that transformation. For example, when I made that transformation from skinny to jacked, right? When because back in high school, I used to be super skinny, didn't have muscle size to me, right? I was still really athletic. I was still played sports and stuff like that stuff, but I didn't have the physique that commands attention and rewards the audience. I didn't have a physique that was undeniable, right? It wasn't really that impressive. I didn't have much size to me, right? But when I made that transformation, and then people I haven't seen like from years and years, and they finally, and they see me now after I've made that transformation, it's like, whoa, like you got jacked, bro. Like you look a lot different, right? The vibe is different now. Like the presence that I garner around myself is a lot more different now, right? People will probably respect me a little bit more. They look at me and be like, whoa, like kind of a little bit of admiration, a little bit of like, how did you do it, right? They want to hear the testimony. They want to hear, how did you do it? It's impressive, right? Making a transformation like that, right? And that signals to people that you are a different person. It's a different vibe. It's a different presence that you create about yourself, right? Even making that transformation and seeing it for yourself. Like when you see yourself in the mirror, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. You're going to feel like a different person, because logically your brain is going to register that you're not the same person that you were before you started Bodygame, before you were on your fitness journey. When you make that night and day different transformation, you're no longer the same person, right? You're going to feel a lot more confident when you put on 25 pounds of muscle rather than 25 pounds of fat. It's going to be a different vibe, different presence that you command to yourself. And I'm always talking about recreate yourself to a character that commands attention and never bores the audience, right? The best way to do that is to get jacked. The best way to recreate yourself is starting with the Bodygame, right? And if you need help doing this, hit the link in the description. I'm the guy for that, and we'll see if it makes sense to work together, right? Little shameless plug for those of you guys that need it. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Just put it out there, because I know a lot of you guys watch these, but you haven't subscribed yet. If you haven't done that, that's crazy work. So might as well subscribe now. But like I was saying, getting jacked, Bodygame, all that stuff, it's the first step to recreating yourself. And when I'm talking about getting jacked, I'm not saying you got to be like Sam Sulek. I'm not saying you have to be Ronnie Coleman. You don't got to be Chris Bumstead. Just a decent amount of muscle size to you, around 12 to 18% body fat, somewhere around there with like I said, decent amount of muscle size, right? It's not extreme, because most people these days are not even in shape like that. 80% of the population, if you go outside, touch grass, not many people are actually in shape, right? You only see this physique inflation stuff when you go on social media. It's like 1% of the population that's roided out bodybuilders, right? In real life, not many people are actually on Bodygame, and that's why this is such a cheat code, right? And if you really want to change your identity, you want to become somewhat different, you have to get on Bodygame, because it is a night and day difference, right? Because not only when you see yourself in the mirror, it sends a message that you're not the same person. Also, like, being able to push past those times when you don't want to go to the gym, push past those times where, you don't feel like it, going to the gym 3 to 2 times a week. You're starting to identify with a character that has discipline, holds themselves to a higher standard. You build a self-respect for yourself. That is a completely different identity than to someone that's out of shape, doesn't respect themselves, is not disciplined, doesn't hold themselves to a higher standard. Those two identities are different, right? So even through the actions of going to the gym, getting in shape, all that type of stuff, it builds character. You recreate yourself into a different person, right? So that's why Bodygame is the fastest way to change your identity, because like you can make money and say like you're a different person. You can buy materialistic things, you can dress differently and stuff like that. You can you can do your hair, get a different hairstyle or whatnot. But the biggest change, the biggest transformation, the fastest way to change your identity inside and out is Bodygame, because it's the biggest way outward externally, because people see you differently, you look different, you have muscle on you now compared to before, and internally, because of what it took to get to that point, you build discipline, you build self-respect, you build confidence, and you hold yourself to a higher standard. Like as a whole, it transforms you, right? And then it becomes the byproduct for everything else. Then you can get the hairstyle, you can you can start dressing differently, start moving a little bit differently. Then it pushes you. It's a great starting point to recreating yourself, and then it pushes you to like pursue other areas of life, right? Because once you build that competency, you feel more competent in yourself, you actually achieved like a transformation, you achieved something like Bodygame, then you can apply that achievement to other areas of life, and it starts as like a ripple effect. Then you can go out to other areas of life, and then you evolve and you change, right? But it all starts with Bodygame. Bodygame is the catalyst to recreating your identity, to this way, from going to changing your identity, right? So that's why it's so key that you hop on Bodygame and that you take it seriously, right? Because it can actually change your life, right? But that's all I really have to say for today. If you want to book a one-on-one consultation, hit the link in the description. Only book a consultation if you're actually serious. I don't want to work with you if you're not serious. Book consultations if you're serious about changing your life, you're serious about getting on your fitness journey, you're serious about getting on Bodygame, and you're tired of spinning the gears and you're not really sure how, you're not really sure where to start. I'm the guy for that, and we'll see if it makes sense to work together. So book that one-on-one consultation, and we'll get back to you soon. But that's all I really have to say for today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. I'm gonna catch y'all. See ya.